Well, now that's taken care of. It's not one thing, it's another. I either forget to silence the stream or I forget to turn off the weather or turn it to daylight. Anyway, so you can see I am here in Agona again. I haven't actually really done anything here. I added the beginning, which you see here, this little new entranceway. This is still an entrance, although I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it. I may need to re-explore that direction. But for now, this has been done because I decided that the best place to put the road was going this way. The last thing I was starting during the stream, actually on the video for YouTube, which I just put up. I take off the first like 10 minutes of these streams and put them on YouTube to keep a sort of progress report on the way that the building is going and the development of the empire. Only started doing that in the last few months, so it certainly doesn't cover the entire empire. But anyway, so yeah, roads, monotonous, but you know, they've got to be done if you're going to build an empire. Excuse me. I don't want the road to go this way. I tried to pick my way through the tree line as best I could without knocking down any trees at the moment. I'll have to eventually. But I think the idea is that, yeah, I mean obviously it's coming along this ridge on purpose. So yeah, stop trying to do the whole width. I usually do this in 3 stages. The center line, the left line, and then I go back again a 3rd time up and down the road. I would ride up and down it to test it properly, but my horse is a long way away. Oh yeah. I left my horse in a place called Lambton, which is probably about 2 kilometers that way, and then you need to go another kilometer south. I may be overstating that, I'm not sure. It's something like that though. Okay, so as you see, switch to stone markers here. Put them down quite frequently. I don't usually do that. I've never made up my mind exactly what looks good as a road through the desert. Variously resorted to clay blocks. They kind of worked, but they're a little bright, and I just sit there looking. It just looks weird. I've used sandstone, but it's almost indistinct against the actual sand, so kind of like, well, what's the point? Probably want to come down here on a horse, if nothing else, to get an idea about how much of the trees need to be removed. I mean, generally speaking, you want to leave a gap 3 wide, but also allow for things like the concept of a tree growing back into the road, especially one that is not used, like this one. Probably want to mark these with the actual, well, markers, basically. Somewhere to see more clearly where the road goes. Just tempted to keep it in a forest, but it's such a pain in the ass digging a way through, finding a way through sometimes. I've never had to do a road through a roofed forest yet, because roofed forests didn't exist when this terrain was generated. Kind of grateful for that, because I think that would be a major pain in the ass to do. very sure whether to just level up the road and to make some little dips down like that. The walls have been busy. I may have missed that the first time around. Oh, there we go, light grey. I suppose ultimately a road like this that's probably not been used for hundreds, thousands of years in the time of the Empire. I don't know, just can't see it being in much of a state. You know, or rather in quite a state, like to the point that it wouldn't be this complete. There'd be bits where the grass has grown back through and all that jazz. He says now that he knows full well he is almost at the end of the actual road, and he does not want to go back and start putting in grass blocks. Can't be that far away. There we go. Although the necropolis may not have been used for a while, I've been debating how much use the rest of this area has seen, because coming up on an actual... cheeky. Rather than figure out where the path should go from this point, I just decided not to start it there yet. Maybe that's the point, maybe it doesn't get used very well. Anyway, so this is the Torgash Pass. Gash, a made-up word, you know, obviously an existing word, but one I have reappropriated to mean gorge or canyon, which would be this. Threatened to dig it out in the previous stream. This is tempting to actually tunnel through. Just keep tunneling through at a particular height. Sweep out what is removed, and then, you know, whatever parts of the ceiling disappear. I occasionally fix rivers like this, wherein this has happened, so that they are traversable still. But I'm not sure where I am exactly. Oh, right, map corruption. What can you do? It's an old map. The seed has changed. We had a couple of occasions when we logged in to find that the seed had actually changed for no reason. It was just different. There had been no updates to Minecraft, nothing like that. It was just different. Oh man, how am I going to keep track of where I'm going? That's going to be the awkward part. It starts to turn. Let's see. So this is 63. So we need to punch down to 66 at least. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see how this goes. Nice. Oh, I'll have to take that another light anyway, because I need the water to come through. Going overboard. Here's the next one. That way. Excellent. Totally flown past signing off on YouTube. Let's do a quick flyby of the remains of this. I'm getting distracted building stuff. So yeah, goes through the hillside. Up on here. Bit of a wrecked bridge. Oops. And straight into that. Even longer bridge. Natural hole through an overhang. Some sort of temple, unfinished building, watchtowers. So this is the Igwe, so this is the Western Road. And this tower over here is old and represents a junction. Not a junction rather, but just a the hyperway is down there. Underneath that, you can get into it from there. So this is basically everything that I've been doing since I last streamed, putting up all of this stuff, plotting out the roadway. Before I sign off, a cool thing I found. So obviously this particular piece of Extreme Hill is full of overhangs. I mean, they're everywhere. There's huge sections buried into the hillside. Obviously, extreme hills don't generate like this anymore, really. So this is pretty unique now. But then, yeah, this particular one cutting in, and there's a ravine with a mine shaft in, and that's just epic. So I may have to build something here for mining, but I'm running out of time on the YouTube video, so I will very quickly say adieu.